All right, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wonderful people. Yes, welcome to this wonderful YouTube platform. This is Let's Talk TV, your one and only YouTube Ogbonge confirmatory news channel that gives you quality news and information on everything with the happen for Biafran territory. Yes, as Biafran continue to protest, for the immediate release of Nnamdi Kanu that is taking, more than two to close to 3 years now. What am I saying? Yes, the Nigerian zoo government have continued to keep our innocent leader and our innocent brother under dungeon for a crime against humanity, for a crime that he did not even commit. That is a crime against humanity. That is a crime against justice. That is what we continue to see in this zoological republic of Nigeria. So many approaches have been going on currently, and this particular one that is going on currently is the total disintegration of the zoo institutions in Biafra land, and it is going for 30 days. And let me warn you, it is not just about this particular 30 days. If they do not do anything concerning Nnamdi Kanu release and order release of Biafran heroes and agitators, the Prime Minister Simon Èkpá has come out to say that he will make sure he frustrates them, because he will take the seat at home. Not sit at home necessarily, the lockdown. He will increase it to 60 days, and he will further also increase it to 90 days, until they meet the requirement of the people. It's as simple as that. So if the Nigerian government truly cares about what they are getting in Biafra, and I know they really do, they will do the needful. And for those of you who think that this is affecting the southeastern part of the country, you are totally wrong. You are totally wrong, because this particular one now, nobody is going to tell me that it is affecting Biafrans. It is affecting our innocent people. No, this is just for the institutions in Biafra, the zoo institutions in Biafran land, and we know them. We know all the zoo institutions in Biafran land. But let us go straight to the news update. Briefly, before we continue with the last discussion we were having. So if you missed the first part of this discussion we're going to have, all you just have to do is check the last video I dropped. Check the last video I dropped before this, and you will see a very strong in conversation that has been going between the Biafran analysts. Yes, and they've been having a lot of chit-chat on a pressing issue in Biafran land. Let me tell you the truth. No matter how they see the Igbos as endangered species, no matter how they see Biafrans as threat, no matter what they do to the Prime Minister Simon Èkpá, do not forget that these same people were the people who were doing incantation against the Prime Minister Simon Èkpá. After all those things, even sending people, assassins, to buy the Prime Minister Simon Èkpá, what really happened? Did it work? No, it didn't. At the end, the Prime Minister Simon Èkpá is still fighting for the freedom of his people, and nothing is stopping it. It's as simple as that. You cannot fight against justice. You cannot fight against a man that has been chosen by the gods. I can remember those days when we used to watch Nigerian movie. All these local Igbo movie. That was when Nigerian movie was still Nigerian movie. When the gods of the land picks a man to carry out the mantle, no matter what the enemy try to do against that particular person, you see him still winning that mantle. And this kind of context, you see, Sam Dede is always the person that the gods always select, to liberate the people in those movies. There was one I watched, Sam Dede against Pet Edochie, that kind of thing. At the end, the gods, the same person that the God has chosen, the gods has chosen, the gods of the land has chosen, will still be the one to liberate the people. And this is what we are seeing in the issue of the Prime Minister Simon Èkpá. Whether you like it or not, he has been chosen. And with the way things have been going, you will agree with me that truly, that man has been chosen by the gods. Now, on the news headline, we'll not go in details now. We'll go in details later in the day. On the news headline, IPOB, Indigenous People of Biafra threatens violence, alleges ethnic cleansing in Imo State. Yes, IPOB has come out rather, to tell the government, to accuse the government of ethnic cleansing, and they have promised that they will go violent. It's as simple as that. But why are they saying it now? They've been the ones siding the government. They've been siding the government of the injustices that have been meted upon the Biafran people. So why are they coming out to speak up? Are they tired of siding with the government? These are the big questions that we'll discuss in the next video we'll be dropping. But meanwhile, enjoy this wonderful conversation, and make sure you share this video to as many group and platforms as possible.
But where were you when he is having meeting with him and the Igbo and the Yoruba leaders that is seeking for Oduduwa? If Simon ever is nobody, where are you people then? History is making itself. Then, if you take it back again to Bible, before Mazen Nnamdi Kanu, secret meeting, you talk about secret meeting. We bring it to Bible, then we bring it here in the reality. They told the people that went to fight for Israel, they say, if you need soldiers, take all these people to the stream. The people that will bend down to drink the water because everybody is hungry for freedom. Everybody is thirsty. The people that will bend down and drink water, they are not worried. But the people who will use their hands to pick it, carry the water and drink, watching the enemies, these are the people you have to go with. And this is exactly what is playing here today. How many are we? They set up 500,000 recruited Irats to come and challenge us. But we told them, we are the children of God. Chukwukika has called us to do this thing. We know when they came up with the matter of Idu and the Nelly and all those things, we say, we know our journey. We know where we are going. Here we are, because we know the way. Our PM say he has come to help Mazen Nnamdi Kanu restore Biafra. And there is something PM must have showed him before Mazen Nnamdi Kanu decided to say he is tired of broadcast. Go and follow another man that is coming. And that person is coming with a new dimension. The kind of game he is coming to play is top notch. Listen to him, share his video, and obey him. Then he write 13 commandments. And the number one of it is, do not attack him and do not interfere in anything, any of his order, because they are on oath. The same way Mazen Nnamdi Kanu was born is the same way Simon Ekpa was born. And a lot of people have different kind of stories that back it up. Mazi, I keep it here before I finish my program.
Thank you very much. That's wonderful. Deep, collect onto deep. Now I'm going to ask my Minister of Communications, who is also quite deep, who has been with us in all this. Mazi, I am going to play this Udele. There is one, I don't know. The place I used to see this kind of face is, normally when you watch all these movies, you will see all those three winches. You will see one of them will look like this. Why did Mazi Nnamdi Kanu hide from? Because the thing that made these people to run mad is that the thing they wanted to know that they did not know. No wonder our Prime Minister kept telling them from the beginning, even before we gave them vote of no confidence. Prime Minister, when he was still, the spokesperson, he told them, what you do not know is bigger than you. That thing they did not know, that they do not refuse to admit that they don't know, but they were still fighting the one that knows what they don't know. That's what turned them into vultures like this. Now we'll play this, and then you will be able to address Biafrans and tell Biafrans the reason why you believe Nnamdi Kanu refused to release this secret to them and decided to confide in our Prime Minister that have given birth to Biafra Republic government in exile now, and we are advancing this cause. Listen to what they said that is annoying them, that got them angry, and the reason is because what they do not know is bigger than them. But let's listen to the vultures speak.
See, let me say something today before I will continue with this talking at the top. One of the reasons that make George Onizi got angry was because of Simon Èkpá. Now, no, if I don't know before, make I tell you now. Because George Onizi, he thinks say our leader bringing Simon Èkpá through back door. Say Simon Èkpá not follow the due process when he's supposed to follow. And if you check out, not true. Simon Èkpá did not follow the due process he was supposed to follow. Because if he says Simon Èkpá follow that due process, if he therefore decoder, and if you not get this the level where he get today, our leader gave him power while he was standing on his own. Should I say power, or recommended him when he was standing on his own? And that thing didn't get George Onibe mad. George Onibe confided from the finance coordinator. He said it repeatedly on the radio. He said, this guy is not an IPOB member. He's not. He's eating too much deeply into IPOB. He's not a member. His activity should be limited. And I believe it was not only George Onibe who we are seeing all those things from the beginning. Even me too, I was seeing it. I saw it coming. I saw it. If he followed the normal due process, he's a member in Finland, he will be removed. He will be expelled, probably suspended. He never took oath. He didn't even lamented on this particular thing. He's not an oath member. He's not an oath member. He's not an oath member. As if recommended him was not enough. A lot of things was still going on in that place. So they participate, whether they raise funds for IPOB, a non-IPOB member, we go there that they participate. People who are dying, who are working tirelessly, who have done everything sacrificable to make sure the IPOB continue to sustain. You think they will see it and they will be happy? They will not be happy. That a non-entity of Simon Èkpá come from nowhere to dominate everybody. You think they will be happy about it? They say respect is given to those respect is due for. They projected into a certain stage. If you say not be say, maybe our leader call it and realize there are people like these people that even exist. Maybe by now, say maybe our leader can even mention our name. And forget it will come in more points. I believe all of us don't learn now. We have learned. We have learned.
He said they for not mention their name. My minister, I beg help me mention their name now. Tell them the reason why their names have disappeared and will never rise again.
Greetings to my ministers in the house. I salute all of you. When you listen to this lady, you can vividly make or draw a conclusion from where we call them e-rat, because the way she spoke like a rat. And conclude that if to say now, Our leader know for him on them because they be rat. They be rat. You know, they make any effect for this Biafra liberation. Then, when you now look at the person that is calling Prime Minister non-entity, hey, nah man.
Yes, I wanted to ask, what is her position? Because I don't know that girl.
That is one of the errats. Like she said, that if it is now, that Oyendu no for even mention their name because they don't merit to be mentioned. How can you be mentioning rats that will come on the media and be talking like this? Now, she made a point by making you understand the IPOB Nigeria that was created was for one Nigeria. In the sense that anytime you want to make a difference, you will be expelled. So the limitations will be there that whatever MNK is doing, whatever it tries to do, they will use the command and control and one Nigerian strategy that was given to them to bring the person down. So if you were in the IPOB Nigeria under their control, whatever strike that you're pulling today, you wouldn't have achieved it. The government of today that we have wouldn't have come to be because they would have done everything to destroy it. That was the reason when MNK said, I am inside detention now, Radio Biafra slot should be given to the Prime Minister according to the way they came and told us that it was a slot. They said, we cannot give him the slot in Radio Biafra to say anything. That before we can do it, we must give him a condition. He must hand over his entire Biafra platform. So that by so doing, we will be able to shut his mouth up. We will control whatever he says. We will be able to unplug the transmitter while he is speaking, just like they did to Nnamdi Kanu. While he is speaking on the radio, they will unplug the transmitter in MNA, they will unplug the one in Abia, they will unplug the one in Enugu. So you will only be hearing Oyendu's voice in the Imo. When they want you to hear in Abia, they will connect it. When they don't want you to hear in Enugu, they disconnect it. When they want you to hear in Imo, they connect it. So, the secret bond between Oyendu and the Prime Minister today is the Biafran government that we have today. That secret bond gave birth to this Biafran government. That Biafran government, if all of you can remember, a caller that called into a program when Oyendu was broadcasting, he said, there will be a government and we will set up a government of the people, a government of Biafra. And then they said, when will it be? They say, we will not tell you when it will be, that Biafran government. Because if we tell you now, some of you will go and destroy it. Told it to them, pop and then they were laughing about it. They were laughing. They did not know what was happening. Now, that secret bond between Oyendu and the Prime Minister is this Biafran government that has come, which if he had professed it to everybody before then, they would have found a way to destroy it. Just for example, ESN was formed to curtail the menace of the terrorists in our bushes. And then after forming the ESN, Ejiofor with the likes of the politicians, they made sure they went and killed the chieftain that was part and parcel of the foundation of the ESN. Can you see that? That is when they know anything about anything that will bring us light, they will try to destroy it. So just like this Iraq that said here now, that if our Prime Minister were to be part of them in the group that they say they would have destroyed his effort and they will not allow his effort to go to anywhere. They could have only destroyed his effort, but they could not destroy him because he is a man that is gifted from childbirth and there's nothing that you throw at him that will stand because he has become the nightmare of one Nigeria as we speak today. Kidnapping Mazi Nnamdi Kanu seems to have been a difficult thing and something that we found very hard to accommodate. But we've come to see in another way that it was the sea route to India to Biafran people. It has come to be the opening of the Red Sea for the Biafran people to walk past. If Onyendu was not kidnapped, if he was not taken to Nigeria, all of us wouldn't have come out. Throughout the time where Onyendu was here with us, never had the intention of speaking or bringing my face out in the media. I only brought and had the conviction of coming out to the media when Onyendu was kidnapped. And then I was following up and showing up in fundraising before Onyendu was kidnapped. Then when Onyendu was now kidnapped, I saw the kind of attack that was coming on the Prime Minister. They wanted to turn everything to Prime Minister to make him the bad guy, that is the one that kidnapped Onyendu. Whereas the real people that masterminded it are there. Because Prime Minister came out with light, was moderating many things, moderated interview of Onyendu with Ambazonia, moderated other meetings behind the scene, moderated fundraising where Onyendu took over 30 minutes to speak of him. If you have not watched that fundraising, go and watch the fundraising in May and April of 2021. We were all there. As at then, Onyendu was here. Our face were not coming out to the screen. We were at the back door of the fundraising, always following up and watching. So what brought the demon out of all of us after kidnapping Onyendu? That we say we cannot continue to stay behind. It is time to come and give helping hand to the Prime Minister. That's when you start seeing all of us coming out. So if Onyendu was not kidnapped, I wouldn't have seen Ada Biafra Betty here now. You wouldn't have seen me. You wouldn't have seen Paul as brutal as he is today. You wouldn't have seen Bam 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 as he has become very Bam 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 today. You wouldn't have seen the worst venom in the Prime Minister today, that the two terrorists are crying from left, right, center. The 30 days lockdown of the Nigerian institution of their terrorist camps is ongoing. And we are asking those that can keep records. Have you recorded how many of the one Nigerian institutions we have brought down within the few days? 30 days is a long run. And within just how many days, we have created a legacy that you will live to remember. Ask the people of Anambra what happened to that place. Ask the other people from that road safety office and their firefighting unit. Ask them, please, all the places that we have burnt down and delegitimized, what is happening to them? And those that they sent to be going to keep watch. Before you go to keep watch in any secretariat, you go and secure house. You see, you must remember that you are the most stupid person on earth. The governors and the senators and ministers and parliament rulers and House of Assembly members, they are sleeping in their house, feeling the warm embrace of their wives and children and concubines and sugar daddies and sugar mommies. Then they now post you to go and do security guard, to go and guard the secretariat, to go and guard the police station and the army barrack, to go and guard the fire safety unit, to go and guard the road safety houses. When the angels of light are going around at night to perform their duty of the legitimization of one Nigerian institution, whatever happens to you, now you use your hand, carry on. Yes, because you should understand that we are at war. Yes, one Nigerian president, one Nigerian senator, one Nigerian defense ministers, they have said it openly that they are at war with the Biafran people. What they fought in the 60s to 70s, they did not finish. They were and that bond which the Prime Minister maintained through the anointing and the touch which extracted from the Supreme Leader, his word has been able to give the Biafra Defense Forces the power of the legitimization. And we will continue. So we appreciate that bond, and we want Biafran people to understand that we heard of Master Prophet, we heard of Kanu, we heard of Emmanuel Fineboy, and we heard of Master Prophet wife. We have heard of many people coming out to say they are families of Onyendu. We have also heard of Onyendu's wife. Now, have you heard of Simon Ekpa's wife in this Biafra liberation? Have you heard of Simon Ekpa's brother as Kanu in this liberation? Have you heard of,
even his village people? We have
I'm
never heard
asking
of his
now.
village people.
I'm asking now. Have you heard of Simon Ekpa's master prophet as his in-law? Have you heard of the in-law of Simon Ekpa coming to make noise on the media? Have you also heard of Simon Ekpa's father or mother or nephew or uncle coming to make noise in the media? This is something you need to understand, that the Biafra liberation is not a family affair. We've gone past that stage, and when you hear the Prime Minister say, I did not come to fight this Biafra liberation with clean eye, you should understand what it means. Now, Prime Minister gets son and he gets wife. But do you see him use them as determinant in Biafra? No! Rather, he is using you and me and the blood of Biafrans that are slaughtered on a daily basis as a determinant to fight to the finishing line. That is the difference you should understand. That the bond created between Onyendu and the Prime Minister has gone beyond what ordinary eye can see and what you can just comprehend by connoting two things. No, you should understand that the hour has come and the time has come, and the man that has come to do the finishing is here to fight to the finish. He's not here to fight and then transfer it to our children to continue to fight. No. We will restore Biafra, and then what our children will do is they will continue to defend Biafra and keep it for themselves. And generations upon generations upon generations will come to be. And let us remind ourselves one thing before I drop the mic. Biafra had existed even more than 500 years before we came to be. The last map projected which we saw was the last map as of 500 years ago. So invariably, there are maps that has existed which we could not get reached to, exception of the one that we saw that lasted to 500 years ago. So Biafra had existed from time. Then, the zoo terrorists that you're talking about is something that came to be in 1960, that they said they had independence. Lord Lugard had to do forceful amalgamation in 1914. So between 1914 and 500 years ago, which one big pass? Now, Ojukwu came with his gallant men to defend Biafra and to sustain. They did not just wake up overnight and then decide to declare Biafra. Do you know what it means that you happen to be the governor of the East, you are stationed in Enugu, and then a train is coming from Kaduna, and then they loaded lifeless heads of Biafrans that were chopped off in the far north, babies, women, pregnant women, mothers, children, men, young and old. They severed their heads and then they packed all of them into the train. They now channeled that train to come to the last train station, which is in Enugu. The train came all the way from north, coming down to Enugu. When you, as the governor of the East, you opened the door of the train, all you could see was severed heads of babies, women, children, boys, girls, men, pregnant women, young and old, what would you have done? Why we had to declare Biafra? Because better we fight to death than to run away and become a coward. You're shot from your very behind. Because the person that is coming after you will aim at you very well as you are running. So you stand to fight, stand and fight to defeat. So kudos to our gallant men of the 60s to the 70s who fought with time. And Philadelphia still carried the Biafran flag when he said, no victor, no vanquish. And told them, if you do not treat the children of this Biafra well, they will grow up and then rise up again to become the monsters that you have never seen. Today, the symbol of that flag which he raised has come back to speak in every one of us. And we have a light, the Prime Minister, the pride of the Biafran people. All we need is all your support. Please, bring in all your tithe and offering and let us make sure we support the Biafran Liberation Army, the Defense Forces, the resistance fighters, because money is over important now. Everything that has to do with fundraising is over important now. So call your friends and family and let them give. Thank you, my minister. Bam, bam, bam.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. Powerful, powerful. You know, when my minister got to that point and said, wow, have you ever seen even village people, community members, you know? But Nnamdi Kanu, he saw something. He knew that Nnamdi had a good intention, honestly speaking. But he knew that that intention was already bastardized. Already, people are already preparing nests of kin. People are already preparing in-laws. In-laws are already dragging their own right. You see this one now. This one that was looking like vulture. You see her already saying that they already gave Simon Èkpá too much chance. They should allow him. People that have been here since. People have been here. You think they will be happy? George Oyibe was very angry. Now, I'm going to play this next video and everybody's going to comment on this video. I don't understand. You know, the road we have taken before we got here is so unique. Sometimes I see these videos playing back and I ask myself, this thing is really new. This dimension is